Hello everybody, welcome to Stone Mirrors. I'm Symes and with me is Robin.
As ever, I am Robin.
Yes, and this is episode 23, Cometh the Were-Skink.
Yes, indeed, the skink of doom is upon us.
So
mighty is his skinkness.
He's all skinky. Let's have another look at him. We saw him at the end of the last episode. Warosp Dokulapa the Were-Skink. It's average. It's average in size. So there
it's
you are.
only an average. Oh, if it was a giant Were-Skink, we might as well just abandon everything.
Well, maybe that means it's average in size for a Were-Skink, though. But it's just
I don't know what the average size of a Were-Skink is.
I don't know what the average size of a skink is, so they could be quite small. So a large skink could still be just the size of a dog, and you just go, "Oh, bless him."
And then it bites your leg
and
off.
It bites you, and then turns you into a Were-Skink. And you go, "Oh, come on!"
I have the ability to turn into a small lizard.
Now I've been reduced in size. Great. Okay,
that is my superpower.
But so we don't want them to bite people because then other people might turn to Were-Skinks, and we really don't want that. So let's
try a plague of Were-Skinks.
Try and pull all the civilians inside. I don't know how many are outside. There's probably some chopping down trees and such, although they might have finished. Yeah. Anyway, let's crack on.
Yep.
Told them all to come inside. The Were-Skink is pursuing something. Actually, there's another thing there, which is a W, which is a wombat. So the Were-Skink is currently pursuing a wombat.
We could have a wombat Were-Skink.
Wombat Were-Skink. And the Were-Skink has turned back into a human look.
Yeah. What is it? Is it still called the same thing?
Same name, but now a human.
Yeah.
So a medium-sized creature prone to great ambition.
Yeah. And skinking.
And beyond turning into a skink. But so obviously it's daytime, and therefore the human's gone, "Oh, I'm not a skink anymore," and just legged it off the map to the north. Bye. that was anticlimactic.
On the plus side, he's legged it.
On the plus side, they left. So yes, we'll let the civilians out again. That was a riveting 2 minutes.
After all that anticipation.
Just skinkiness.
Yeah.
But still, and we've got some dwarves hanging out in this lovely sculpture garden now. So that should be hopefully making them happy. I am a little bit worried about the happiness of them, and we do have a problem whereby there's a little bug in this version of the game whereby military dwarves will become increasingly upset with long patrol duty even if they're not actually on duty.
Oh, that's a bit...
So eventually they're all going to become enraged, so that should be fun.
Is there a patch?
Not yet, no. There's a thing called DF hack, which is an unofficial patcher, but also that can potentially have problems of its own.
Yeah.
So we can look into that later. It also changes the display, and I kind of don't want to add extra stuff to the display, so we'll keep it as vanilla as possible. But at some point we might look at that if our Mark dwarves start going crazy. So. After the very, very brief excitement of the coming of the Were-Skink, we're back to...
And the leaving of the Were-Skink.
And the immediate departure of the Were-Skink. We're back to this, but at least they are now starting to dig out the room for the Atom Smasher, so we can get on with that.
That's all good.
So that's good. Because that's what
let's work on creatures as well. Can you panel beat them with...
Over a certain size, trying to lower a drawbridge onto a creature will simply disassemble the drawbridge. But that's like elephant-sized and stuff.
What about, say, Were-Skink-sized?
Were-Skink-sized, I think it would probably mash them, but you do have to get them to stand under it, which is the problem. You have to put it in a corridor that they're going to come down.
Well, I'm just thinking of an alternative to the shooting gallery, where you drop someone down into a pit and then just hammer them.
Yes. The only problem with that is that if you want to take their stuff after they die, anything that's underneath the Atom Smasher is destroyed. I don't mean... It doesn't kill them. They are completely destroyed. That's why they call it the Atom Smasher.
Oh, right.
It's removed from the game entirely. Ah. Right, so there's a thief here, standing next to a dwarven child. So,
Is it probably a child snatcher?
It's... I don't know. It says thief rather than snatcher.
Yeah.
So they could just be coming in to try and steal some stuff, and the child happened to be there, so that's how they spotted the thief. But I don't know. And the thief is just running away, going, dwarven child!
It's got a beard, I'm scared.
So that's good. I don't really care how the thieves get warned off. I mean, that's why we have those dogs there, but I'm glad that they did. It's springtime. This water should be melting soon.
Yeah.
So we'll look forward to that. Alright, good, right, okay. Whatever. Anyway, there's a dwarf just standing here. I don't really know why. It's just a militia captain. They're just hanging out. Nobody's been told to go there. Oh, it doesn't matter. Anyway, build bridge, which is G.
Build stuff.
It needs to be a raising bridge. That's very important. And we'll make it 4x3 so it fits into that space. Place it there. We might as well make it out of dacite because making bridges is another thing that removes objects from the game, and there's dacite right there, so that should be relatively quick. Yeah, so that's kind of carrying on. We're out of rose quartzes, but that's not really a big deal. The cook continues to create masterpieces, so that should keep everybody happy when they go and eat them. The other thing that I've noticed is it's just because of the policy on the way we've been running this thing, is that quite a lot of our finished food is just basically egg roasts, because we have so many hens and ducks and turkeys, and we haven't been hunting or fishing or anything, so it's all just eggs. Everything is eggs. There's 41 duck egg roasts here.
It's going to be a bit smelly.
Oh, they're fine because they're in a stockpile. They won't rot.
No, I meant in a different way.
Oh, yes, I see. Just the atmosphere in general will be fragranced, delicately fragranced. So we have some exceptionally...
I don't think there's anything delicate about it.
Exceptionally minced hen egg, masterfully minced hen egg, exceptionally minced duck egg, and exceptionally minced duck egg. So it's like 4 different eggs all minced together and roasted, apparently, in a masterful fashion. So that will be
lovely.
It's a happy meal, but it's mainly made out of eggs. So that's we could probably use some more pots for keeping this stuff in.
Yeah.
So let's make some more rock pots. 30. Why not? It's not like I've got a shortage of rock. And that was our captain of the guard there, hanging out in his room having lunch.
Chilling.
Briefly. Okay, so the mayor's room is finished with the engraving, so I want to have a look at nobles. Still not happy, right? But now we've got some gold statues, so let's just shove a gold statue in here, and that should shut them the hell up. Problem solved.
Sorted, as they say.
Waiting for this to be built, but that's someone building it right now, so...
Yeah.
Almost ready. And then we can demonstrate it. It's very exciting.
Yep.
And then we'll go over... there's an alternate way of dumping things, which we can...
So we can... we don't just allocate that area as a rock dumping ground then?
We make it a garbage dump. The area under the bridge, and then we tell them to dump the rocks. And,
only rock.
Yes, we'll have to disable other garbage dumps as well, so they don't take them to the wrong ones.
Yeah.
But so there's this bridge supports being built. Kind of not needed since it just lowers onto the ground rather than there being a gap. But that's happening. Still haven't reached the part of spring where the ice melts, but that will happen. And how's it looking in here? There's someone hanging around in there, possibly just grabbing a rock or something, or cleaning up.
Yeah.
But it's mostly clean, so that's fine too. That looks like the bridge is done. Brilliant.
Hurrah!
So now we link this lever up. Link up a bridge with B. Now we have to scroll through this long list of bridges that we have. That's rough dacite bridge there. Oh, that's interesting. I didn't actually realise that happened. Obviously, when you make a bridge out of blocks, it's called a dacite bridge. You make it out of just chunks of stone, it's called a rough dacite bridge. How very, very. Okay.
Yeah, how very...
how very...
well.
Yes.
Interesting
is perhaps too strong a word.
Yeah.
But anyway, so we've got some mechanisms there to link them up with. So we need to wait for a mechanic to do that, and then it will be ready. Ready to go.
Ready to smash.
Ready to destroy. You can smash anything, obviously, not just rocks.
You should call it Zod.
Or Gozer, the Destructor.
Yeah.
Nope, still ice. Come back to that. The mechanic's linking up the bridge. She's doing the bridge end now. I wonder how we're doing with all of the smoothing and whatnot we had them doing. Actually, this looks quite remarkably smoothed. It's not finished, I don't think, but a lot of it is getting smoothed. Have a quick look. Yeah, this all the flashing stuff is still left to do, but they're trucking on, and that makes them better engravers. So
excellent.
So that's all fine. Woo! There was an official something, because the bugs that with there's display bugs with true type fonts.
Yeah.
But
something about rats. We'd rather maintain our
merit
distance from the homeland.
I think that probably says merit deserves a reward. I come empowered, I think, to establish this colony as an official something of our realm.
Aha.
So,
yep, I think that's probably what it says. I'm with you on that.
but I don't know what could fit into the gap between official and something. But I think it has an L in it.
Yeah.
Let's see. You've got barony and duchy and something else. Probably that one has an L in. But yeah, let's recommend someone to
a placey.
Yeah, whichever type of noble it is. We don't really care. So yeah, let's recommend someone to the position of whatever noble has an L in it, possibly lord.
Yeah.
So it's actually just say a barony, I think there. So.
Oh, cool.
Who shall we make a baron? Shall we make it the broker?
Yeah, or is it not prudent to do it to our manager, or is he gonna then not do his job?
Nobles can be a bit. It's probably prudent to not make someone who's insane and makes lots of ridiculous demands, but we can't really tell from this screen. so we just kind of pick someone and go with it. But our broker, who's been a stalwart leader of the expedition, up until the time they became a town and they elected a mayor, so let's just recommend the broker to be the baron or baroness. I think it's baroness actually. Why not?
Yeah, just anyone except the vampire, frankly.
Yeah, we'll leave vampire outside. So we'll make the broker the baron, and escape done. So that's cool. We were expecting that to happen at some point, but it does, as I said, it requires liaisons to actually survive and not go mad.
Yeah.
And we were doing badly at that, but yay. Yeah. So does that mean we now have a baron, or not yet? No, I think it has to wait until it's confirmed or something. So there'll be another thing popping up that says they've confirmed it, probably.
Yeah.
It's been a while since I've seen this happen. I think that lever's just got connected. Oh no, there's another mechanism coming. Going to finish the job. So, not yet. Right, that's done. So, first thing, I don't think we actually need to do this first, but I'm going to do it anyway. Pull the lever so the bridge is up.
Yep.
And there should be some idle dwarfs lying around. Happy to do that, like that one. Click, and clunk. Right, next thing. A zone. Place a zone here. Make a garbage dump. A 9-tile garbage dump. Thus. And the next thing, let's
do that garbage dumping thing.
Let's disable the other dump zones. We actually removed the zone from here, I think.
Yeah.
Actually, no, we put it here. Yeah. I faffed around a bit with here a bit to make this corridor a bit longer, so the garbage dump is here. So I'm actually going to remove this one.
Okay.
And there's another one up here, which was in the refuse stockpile, which I will just deactivate like that. Right, so now we go back down to where it is, which is up here. And first thing you can do is just with designations, you go D, B, and then capital, and then D, rather, lowercase d, for dump items, and you just select an area, which is all items, so you have to be a bit careful about the area you select. This area just contains rock, so that's fine. And then this does generate an awful lot of hauling jobs, because dwarves...
Oh, look at those dwarves, they're on it.
They're all storming, and we had quite a few idlers. Oh, there's a Minotaur. Minotaur number 5, everybody. Give him a big hand.
We're not even bothering with their names anymore. God. We're just numbering them.
Teshil something. Minotaur 5. Jeff.
Jeff the Minotaur.
Jeff the Minotaur. Okay, so we'll do the alert thing because we don't want civilians slaughtered unnecessarily.
Yeah, that would be bad.
And Minotaur is hanging around. Apparently, doesn't seem to be doing anything.
He's just chilling.
Drawbridge is down, all inviting like, and the Minotaur's just. I'm not sure.
I've heard there's traps.
It looks a bit too easy.
What all those cages? They look suspicious.
Yeah, he's just hanging out. So.
Oh well. The lads downstairs will be hauling rock like this.
They'll be hauling rock, yeah. So we've actually got 30 odd idlers now, so it's possible they've finished hauling the rock.
Yeah, so a quick peek.
Or they've given up, which is possible, because that area might have been outside of the... Yeah, that area's not in the burrow. So they went, no, I'm not doing that anymore. So we need to add this area to the burrow so they can carry on dumping everything, because they just dropped it all.
Lax of them. Very lax.
So let's scroll down to here, let's say, like that, and just add that rock as well. Right. Resume. They can now resume their dumping, and here they all come, I think. Maybe. Begin discussion with the liaison. Do we want to buy anything from the liaison? I don't know if we do. We've got loads of stuff as it is. I can't think of anything we might want from them, because we're quite large. We're largely self-sufficient. Maybe I don't know. What do you think? Foodstuffs. It's the only thing I can really think of. Foodstuffs.
Are we okay for clothes now?
We've got lots of cloth. I don't know if we're okay for clothes as such. So I suppose we could order clothes from them, but it's kind of awkward because you have to go through all this handwear, headwear, footwear stuff, bodywear, and all that. So we could do it. I mean, we could prioritise some clothing.
Yeah.
Or we could just ask them to bring cloth and make it ourselves. Which I think I'm a little bit more inclined to do. Just like bring cloth. We haven't made any clothes for a while, so we should probably do that. And we stack some leather up like we usually do as well.
Yeah.
And that'll be that for that. And I think that's probably good enough. We're fine for most things. So yeah, and in the interest of not spending too much time on that screen, let's just ask them for some cloth and get on with it. I don't think anyone's naked right now, but I don't really know. So there's lots of dwarfs hanging out in this. The Minotaur's still up there, just going whatever. And there's also dwarfs here hanging out in the sculpture garden, which is inside the burrow, so they're perfectly happy to do that. So yeah, they're still cancelling the dump. Did I miss something? Oh, I probably did. Wait a minute. I think. Oh, look, the irrigation scheme is kind of working, not very well at all. Oh well. Yeah, I think I may have. Yeah, part of the burrows. Part of this actually isn't in the burrow either, so let's just fill the entire thing in, and then they can carry on doing it.
Well, we've got at least one rock there.
Yes, well, these tiles probably have multiple rocks on them.
Yeah.
So we can kind of quickly go and look and see in this, or maybe not actually. Maybe they just stopped. But now,
here comes the horde.
Here they come now to haul lots of rock.
Honest, one of them looks suspiciously like Mario.
So now this tile here probably has loads of rocks on it. Yeah.
Hey, there we go. The rock.
Starting to stack it up.
Yeah.
So. While that's happening, the irrigation scheme is obviously a bust, but yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
It was just something I thought I would try to see, and this is... yep, I remember that. We just did it. So now we know, and once this is done drying out, I'll just build a wall across it, and then we can forget that it ever happened.
Never speak of it again.
And yes, let's finish peeking in on that because it's not that interesting. So yes, that is done.
Oh, that's cleared.
They've finished clearing that little area of rock.
Throw the switch.
Pretty much all of it went on this tile.
Yeah.
There's like one rock there and one rock there, and I think they were there already.
Yeah.
Possibly. Anyway, so yeah, now we throw the switch like this. and wait for
somewhere around is our dedicated lever puller.
Do it.
He is such an important job. Here he is.
And someone click and wham. Luckily, the child didn't wander in. That was a close one. That's one of the reasons why you kind of build them a little way out of the way of the main sort of pathing area.
Yeah, you might want to build a wall or something.
So people don't try and path through it on their way somewhere else. But look, the rocks have mysteriously vanished.
They've all been atomized.
And that's how you get rid of that. And looking over the documents, this is what they want, and as usual we just go, yeah, whatever, we don't care, we'll sell you crafts and you'll like it.
and give you a fat profit.
So the same deal basically as before. You go dump stuff and then you say, well, let's just dump all of this rock here, like that, and like that, and like that, just trying not to get anything that's outside, because then they'll path outside to try and collect it.
Yeah.
And then here they come. Yep. Bye. Bye, outpost liaison. Bye.
Bye.
They talk to the mayor once you have one, rather than the expedition, the former expedition leader. So they obviously have to chase the mayor around because the mayor has a job and actually does it. So that's happening again, which we've already seen it. What's happening down here? That's actually quite pathetic. It's just splurged out over a very small area, and then nothing. So whatever. It was worth a try.
Yeah.
This is all happening. Where's the Minotaur? Oh, that's the outpost liaison leaving. And why is
he didn't want to go into a cage?
Why is there water flowing through? Oh. Now.
Have you found a problem?
No, I think I've just worked out what that Minotaur was doing. I think he was smashing the floodgate that was up there.
Oh, just random violence.
Yes, I think they decided to smash a thing that we had made, which is that floodgate. So went and stood by it until it was broken, and now it's broken, so there's water flowing through it.
Yeah.
Which could be problematic, but hopefully won't. We'll find out soon enough. Right, we've got a migrant wave. That's why it's just jumped to here. Which is also potentially interesting, given that the Minotaur is probably still here. Yes.
And up for a bit of a fight.
And
might want to get the old Mark's dwarves on the wall.
Oh, the Minotaur is still here, but is in a cage. So screw them. So they went, I smash your stuff, now I come to kill you, and the cage went, nope, not gonna happen. But yeah, that floodgate's gone now, so, and because it's gone, we have to wait for everything to freeze. Then we can dig a hole in the ice and build a new floodgate.
That's irksome.
But yeah, that's the only way we can fix that. So,
should we wall that off or something?
It doesn't give anybody access to the fortress at all, but it does mean there's
it means to stop people smashing it.
Look, no, well, yeah, you'd have to build a wall around it to the extent that they couldn't get to it, which is difficult. But what's happened? Yeah, it hasn't actually been completely destroyed. It's just been detached, and actually it's been broken because it's got double X's next to it, so it's very badly damaged. So that's what they do. So obviously Minotaurs are building destroyers, which I didn't know.
Yeah.
But now you can see that the waters are flowing down into our irrigation, our water system again, and so it's going to start filling this back up. But we're okay with that because I think we checked before, and it doesn't actually flood the fortress, so we should be fine. It just means there's no more. We don't have control over that anymore, and every time it thaws, there will be more water coming in. Speaking of water, let's build a wall across here so we can forget it exists. There we are. It's just
problem solved. La la la. Can't hear you.
La. Nothing to see here.
Move along now.
Move along. Right. So we yes. See. Oh, Vampy's been voted as the mayor by our dwarves. Oh, good work, everybody. Nice one.
The convicted murderer.
The convicted murderer presumably has been released now. I don't know, but our Baroness there is the broker. So the Baroness, being a Baroness, now wants loads of stuff. So this is where we have to sort of accede to their demands, and the Vampy being the mayor has no office or anything, but but we can change the mayor. We can replace them if we want to.
Yeah.
With, like, for example, with the old mayor. But if you do override their votes, they get a bit upset.
They get irked.
And they might just vote them back in again. So we need some noble quarters for the Baroness, and happily we have a bunch of noble quarters down here. So, which they haven't quite finished smoothing, but they're working on.
Yeah.
And it's got a bed in it. So, no. So we go over here, and we say, make bedroom. So then we make the bedroom the full size of this room, and then we assign it to the Baroness, like that. And then we go into this room, make a throne room or a study. Oh, it's leaking out because there's a hole in that wall there. I need to fix that because I told them, because there was some stuff there that they could dig out, like gems, so we need to replace that with another wall. So, do that too. Build this wall out of dacite. Similarly, there's one here out of dacite. Right. So yeah, back to what we were doing. I think now that I've put a wall there, it might. Oh no, it's still going to flood out. Well, we can go to there, and then we can fix it later. Assign to the Baroness, and similarly, this we make them a dining room, and assign it to the Baroness.
A little slice of The Sims there for us.
So she won't be happy with that because she's a Baroness and expects the finer things.
Yeah.
Right, so first thing we'll do to start with is slap a couple of gold statues around the place.
As you do.
As you do. It's like that, you can have that gold statue there. And you can have a gold statue, say, there. But they also demand more things than that. So you go back to your noble screen and you see she wants a tomb, and chests, a cabinet, a weapon rack, and an armor stand. So
she's not even dead yet, and she wants a tomb.
No, she wants to know that there is a tomb ready, an ornate tomb. So that's what we have to make. But also we need chests and a cabinet and an armor stand and a weapon rack. So build armor stand, and it doesn't matter what quality armor stand is happily. So we can just do any old armor stand. And we'll put that there. Say that's that one. And the weapon rack, which is not W. Where are we? Weapon rack. R. Okay, that goes there. And container, which is where chests are. It was 2 chests that she wanted, wasn't it? Coffers. I think that's the right thing. That's not right. H for container. Here. Orpiment coffers. That's fine. So, and so it just wants a cabinet and a tomb now. So we'll throw a cabinet into the quarters.
As you do.
As you do. I think we've got some cabinets, which is F, and we'll put it here opposite the door in the bedroom.
Okay.
So all she needs now is a tomb. So we just need to find a room to make into a tomb.
Or make a new one.
Or make a room. And it doesn't really matter.
We could give her an ensuite tomb.
We could just dig it out of there, yeah. But I think we've got lots of kind of big empty rooms that we could just repurpose, you know. Like this room, for example. It's not very pretty. She won't approve of the quality of the tomb, but we can make it into a tomb. All we have to do is put a coffin in it.
Yeah.
And then we can make it a tomb from there.
Then we can do the old engraving and whatnot.
Exactly. So we'll build a burial receptacle. Should we have it as the centerpiece in the middle of the stairs? Yes, why not? We can make a marble one. That'll be probably exactly the same as regular old rock.
Yeah.
And I think we need to wait for that to be built for it to do anything. Yes. So we can't assign it as a tomb yet. But what we can do once it's a tomb is again, shove statues in it and whatever, and that'll pump up the quality. Oh, and
as opposed to the volume.
Indeed. So we turn the alert off, which I had forgotten to do. So now they can go out and collect that Minotaur cage. And we could just put the Minotaur cage under the Smasher if you want to. I don't know if Minotaur
just smash the
Minotaur into atoms. I don't know if Minotaurs are too big for that to work, but we could potentially do it. So how is everything looking down here in Smasherville? They have cleared this floor, which means there should be absolutely loads of rocks on here. Yep, there's a load of rocks there. And again, So we can just, if we go quickly to here and we look at the stocks and down to stones, see it's 2570, which is a nice round number.
Yep.
2570. So we go, okay, pull this lever. Wait for someone to come and do it, which shouldn't take long. Here we are. Here's an idler. Dun, 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 dun. Click. And bam. Now, we go to stocks again. Page down, stones, 2568. Which is only 2, which is weird.
Somewhat disappointing.
So I thought it had done more than that. But it's possible that some are being hauled around and so they're not getting counted properly.
Yeah.
But anyway, the point is the same.
Yeah.
And if we pull this lever again, we'll do another way to dump things as well. And then we'll be able to show that. So you can also dump things, because we've got a bookkeeper. This is where we get all this accurate information about how much stuff we have.
Yeah.
If we didn't have a bookkeeper, this would just be very, very vague and generic, right?
Got some lot.
Yeah, I would say you've got some gabbro.
Yeah.
So what we can do is just go, okay, well, what we want to do is dump all of the gabbro. Press D on it like that. So that's 306 pieces of gabbro.
That's a lot.
Which is quite a lot, and that will sort of mark every piece of gabbro in the fortress to be dumped. Which is mostly down in the in this area. The dark stone there is gabbro that's clogging up the stockpiles.
Oh yeah.
And so they are taking it away.
Yeah.
Idlers, and so because the stockpiles are clogged, that's partly why the bar block stockpile's not being used properly, which has resulted in this magma smelter being quite cluttered. Not as cluttered as it was earlier. Last time I looked at it, it was actually red, the little clutter indicator. Now it's yellow, so obviously the stuff's being taken away. But I think that's because we took all the gold away and made it into statues.
Yeah. Dwarves do like gold.
They do like gold, and with good reason. It's very shiny. So they've built that wall now, so that's all walled off, and we can forget that it ever happened. So they'll be putting gabbro in there, and some of it's probably still hidden, so you can see that while they're carrying it, but you can't actually see it once it's been placed. Yeah, you see they've got H's against them.
Yeah.
So that'll happen, but we're running out of time. So what I think we should probably do is leave it there and come back next time for more atomizing action. And here we've got a thief who's just arrived. So there we are. Exciting ending.
Stealing from the skulking filth.
The skulking filth have arrived, and because we've spotted them, they'll probably immediately leave again.
Yeah.
So anyway, thanks again, everybody, for watching. Like, subscribe, share, all that stuff.
Do a dance.
Yes, stand up, sit down, turn around.
Simon says.
I did, yes. And we'll see you next time.
Toodalooski.
Bye.
Bye-bye.